Step number one to going viral on Instagram fast in 2024 is making sure that you're posting in a 70-20-10 ratio. What do I mean by this? 70% of your posts should be reels, 20% of your posts should be carousels, and then 10% of your posts need to be reposts. And there's very good reason for this, because if you're only posting reels on Instagram right now, you're actually not showing up in half of Instagram's app. And if you're only posting photos or carousels, again, you're not showing up in half of Instagram's apps, which is why you need to make sure that you're posting both of these things. And when it comes to reposts, you need to understand something. 99% of your followers either one, don't remember what you posted, or two, never saw what you posted, which is why you need to make sure that 10% of your posts are getting reposted. In fact, I've seen creators like this one right here gain over 500,000 followers and this one right here gain over 1 million followers simply by reposting some of their best performing content and even some of their worst performing content. In fact, they reposted a piece of content that didn't perform well in the past and they reposted it, and guess what happened? Boom, went viral like this post right here. And you need to make sure that you're doing the same exact thing, but that's not the only thing you need to be doing. In fact, there are 5 steps that you need to make sure that you're implementing if you want to go viral on Instagram quickly right now, like making sure you're getting the right engagement. You need to be optimizing for the right types of things in your posts, and 2 other things I'm going to share with you towards the end of this video that make all the difference in whether or not you end up going viral on Instagram as a small account right now. The second thing you need to be doing if you want to go viral on Instagram is you need to make sure that you're ranking for SEO. If you don't know what this means, SEO is search engine optimization, aka when somebody searches for something on Instagram, which by the way, more than 50% of people under the age of 35 come to Instagram or TikTok to search for things as opposed to going to Google or YouTube. So yes, a lot of people are doing this, but essentially what happens is if you use good SEO, your content is going to show up when somebody searches. And what does this mean? That you are going to get views, you are going to get followers, and you are going to get more customers 24/7. And the way that you're going to do this is by optimizing 3 things. First and foremost, you need to be optimizing your name and you need to be optimizing your bio. If your name and bio do not have different keywords that people are going to be searching for in your niche, well, guess what? You're missing a huge opportunity here. For example, if I do a search for fitness, this is what shows up. All of these different creators show up, and if you don't have that in your bio and you're in this niche, well, boom, you just made yourself ineligible to be seen by the millions of people that search for this every single month on Instagram. But more importantly, what you need to do is be optimizing every single post that you upload. And there are 3 ways you're going to do this. First and foremost, whatever keyword you're trying to rank for needs to show up in your description, and it needs to show up in the comments of your post. You need to get your followers to comment this keyword, or you need to respond to comments with that keyword. The second thing, the keyword needs to show up in the transcription of your post. What does this mean? That it's showing up either in the voiceover or as text on the screen. And then finally, you need to make sure that that keyword is in the hook. It should be showing as text on the screen in the beginning, or should be one of the first things that is actually said within the video. If you're not doing those 3 things, it's going to be the reason that you're failing to rank with SEO right now. And on top of that, you can't just stop with trying to rank one video. For example, if I was trying to post this video on Instagram and I posted something like how to go viral on Instagram, I might want to do this for how to go viral on Instagram 2024, how to go viral on Instagram with 0 followers, how to go viral on Instagram without any followers, how to go viral on Instagram after you keep flopping. And the reason I'm going to take so many different stabs at it is because it gives me more chances to rank for SEO, and the more chances you have, the higher the odds that you're going to do it. And it might seem hard to rank for SEO, but trust me, if you're able to do that, you're going to get views 24/7. You're going to get more reach 24/7, and ultimately, you're going to reach the right type of followers and not just random people. Now, step number 3 isn't going to be something that you need to start doing. In fact, it's going to be 3 things that you need to avoid doing. First and foremost, you need to avoid deleting posts on Instagram. If you delete posts on Instagram, you're taking posts away from the app, and the app hates this, so now they don't want to push out any of your content. Secondly, you need to avoid taking long periods of time off from posting on Instagram, because if you do that, well, people are going to forget about you, and the Instagram algorithm is going to forget about you, and you're going to have to do a bunch more posts once you start posting again to actually get kicked back into the algorithm. And the third thing that you need to stop doing is you need to stop saying link in bio in your content, and you need to stop optimizing for the wrong type of engagement. The only type of engagement you should be optimizing for on Instagram are 1, comments, and 2, shares. If you're not optimizing for those 2 things, and by the way, I'm going to share with you in just a second how to optimize for them, well, that's probably the reason that you're not getting reach, because those are the 2 things Instagram actually cares about and what they're going to be looking at before they decide to push out your content. And by the way, the reason I don't want you to say link in bio in your content is because Instagram is one, suppressing content that says that, and two, now if you click on somebody's link on Instagram, guess what you end up seeing? You end up basically seeing a scam warning, which is going to decrease the amount of people that actually convert on your link. But lucky for you, you could get around this with comment to DM automation. And today's video sponsor, ManyChat, makes this incredibly easy. Not only are they gonna help you make more money on Instagram, they're also going to help you 5x your engagement. If you get more engagement by using comment to DM automation, boom, you're gonna increase the sales that you get, the amount of followers that you get, and ultimately the amount of views that you get on Instagram. And you can do this today starting for free. In fact, if you go to the pinned comment below, you could register for ManyChat for free, or you could get 30 days free access to any of their premium plans. Here's how it works. Now, once you sign up with ManyChat, you're going to set up an automation where if somebody comments a specific keyword on one of your videos, they're going to get sent your free lead magnet or your course or whatever you're trying to sell them. It can literally be anything. It could just be sending them to any type of website. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go and create content where you're gonna tell people to comment that specific keyword, and boom, ManyChat is gonna automatically DM them that link or DM them whatever you wanted to DM them, and this is going to increase the amount of conversions that you get. So what are you waiting for? If you want to increase the amount of engagement that you're getting on Instagram or the amount of money that you're making from Instagram, you need to go to the pinned comment below and register for ManyChat today for free, or get 30 days free access to any of their premium plans. And by the way, ManyChat is 100% approved by Meta, so you don't have to worry about any of the engagement that you're getting not being real or Instagram not liking that you're doing comment to DM automation. Now, if you want to get people to share your content, you need to be focused on 3 different things. And by the way, one share on Instagram right now equals up to 400 extra views. So if you're able to get just 10 shares on Instagram, you're going to get 4,000 views. If you get 100 shares on Instagram, we're talking 40,000 views. I mean, how many followers would you get if you got 40,000 views? And remember, the more shares you get, the more followers you're going to get, and the more reach you're going to get. So here's what you need to be focused on. 1, making people laugh. 2, motivating people, or 3, you need to be educating people, because here's the deal. People only share things that make them look better. Either they want to share something that's going to make their friend laugh so that they look funny. They want to share something that's going to motivate somebody so then they're seen as motivational, or they want to share something that is news or educational so that they look like they're tapped into what's going on Instagram or what's going on within the industry or what's going on within the niche. And then a bonus one, people share things that are really cool. Like I love cars, so people share with me cars all the time that are modded out or a new car or some really cool car build, and you need to be focused on the same exact thing within your content. I'm not necessarily saying to start posting car content, but what I am saying is make sure that you're creating your content through the lens of, is this funny enough that somebody in my audience will want to share it with somebody else? Is this educational enough or newsworthy enough that somebody is going to want to share this with somebody else? Or maybe is this motivational enough for somebody to want to share that? And remember, you can do this with both carousels and with reels, and you should be doing it with both of them, because the more shares that you get on this type of stuff, the more comments you get, the more reach, the more money, and ultimately, the more followers you're gonna get on Instagram. Now, this brings me to the last and most important thing that you need to make sure that you're doing on Instagram, and that is that you need to be increasing the amount of replays that you're getting. On top of that, you need to minimize the amount of people that are abandoning your videos in the first 3 seconds. If people leave your video in the first 3 seconds, and you can see this in your audience retention graph, well, that's a sign that people either 1, weren't interested in the content that you created, or 2, your hook wasn't good enough to actually keep them watching. In fact, I want you to experiment with something. I want you to create a video. Then I want you to duplicate that video twice, and I want you to change the first 3 seconds, and then I want you to upload all 3 of those videos. And what you're gonna see here is that one of those videos is going to do way better than the rest of them. And this is gonna prove to you what a better hook is in a piece of content, because you don't have to change anything except the first 3 seconds, and it can drastically change the results that you're getting on Instagram, which is why you need to be spending 80% of your effort on the first 3 seconds and 20% of your effort on the rest of the content. I know that that might sound weird if you're making a 10-second video or a 20-second video or a minute-long video, but guess what? This is gonna lead to you getting better results on Instagram. In addition to that, you need to be focused on the amount of replays that you're getting, aka that people wanna watch your content again. And there are 3 really easy hacks you can implement to get more replays. First and foremost, create content that's really short, 4 seconds long. 5 seconds long, 6 seconds long. Put a lot of text on the screen or write a long description, and then people are gonna be forced to read the description or forced to read that text, and boom, you're gonna get a lot of replays. Secondly, create content that people wanna replay. Things that are really funny, things that are teaching somebody something, or if you go through something really quickly or something happens really quickly, this is going to increase the amount of replays that you get. And finally, you just need to make content that people want to binge, people want to keep watching. And an easy way to do that is to loop the content. What you're going to do is create a video, you take the beginning of the video, you then put that at the end, and what's going to happen now is the video just loops and people won't even realize they're watching the same video multiple times. Now, if you want to get more views and more followers on Instagram right now, like this creator that I helped gain over 500,000 followers and this creator that I helped gain over 1 million followers, well, I personally want to help you. And there are 3 different ways that I can help you. And if you watch this video right here, they're going to explain the 3 ways that I can help you get more followers and more views guaranteed on Instagram. What are you waiting for? I'll see you over there.